talk about setup. And setup is one of those things that's very easy to overanalyze and make complicated. But it is very crucial to the way that we're going to set up to the ball. As I always say, you want to start well and you want to finish well. Instead of thinking about how far apart exactly they are, I want you to envision what type of weight you would be lifting. Because for a slightly lighter object, you're going to have your feet slightly closer together. If it's a really, really heavy object, you're going to brace yourself so that you have some stability. So with the drivers, I tell my students, imagine that you're going to pick up about 75, maybe even 100 pounds. What they're going to do immediately is, if I'm going to lift this 100-pound weight off the ground, I'm going to put my feet fairly well apart. Then as I get more towards the longer irons, I'm going to think a little bit less weight, more like 50 pounds. So I'm going to have a slightly smaller, not as wide as the driver, but a little bit narrower of a stance. Then we have the medium irons, which I believe probably around the 20 to 25 pound range. It's still pretty heavy, but we can kind of have a little bit more mobility with it. We're still stable over our feet, but they're not way out here like we had with the driver. And then finally our reaction with the wedges. So here's 5 pounds that I have imagined that I'm going to pick up off the ground. And just by thinking, okay, I got 5 pounds here, that's the way I'm going to put my feet. Take a club and put it over your back and hold it there. You can feel where your back and your spine are together. Now all I'm doing is I'm going to maintain that same angle. This is the easiest way for me to figure out whether or not my spine is straight. When I see my students and they're having trouble with this, I say, stick your butt out, stick your gut out. So here we have sticking our butt out, sticking our gut out. Notice that immediately I've created a straight spine. Next aspect we're going to look at with setup is the knee flex. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go from a locked knees, do my butt out, gut out, with locked knees. And now all I'm going to do is unlock them. I have the perfect amount of knee bend. There isn't any need for getting deep. There isn't any need for bending them really far. All I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my butt out, stick my gut out, and then I'm going to unlock my knees. I'm going to set up and I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to feel my balance over my feet. Now, right now, if I lean slightly forward and I have my eyes closed, I can really feel the pressure on the toes of my feet. If I lean back towards the heels, I can feel that my toes are lifting up off the ground and that I have much more pressure on the heels of my feet. By trying to neutralize this and make it so that my whole foot is feeling all of the weight of all of the gravity forcing my body back down to the earth, I can feel the force being applied to my feet very, very evenly. I can stand up and I'll feel the same relationship.